Hello, everyone. Hi. Hello? Can you guys hear me in the back? Hello? There we go. Better? Hi, everyone. Good afternoon, and welcome to Guiding Eyes on this beautiful, brisk fall day. My name is Jessie DiNapoli. Let's see if that works a little bit better. My name is Jessie DiNapoli, and it's been my honor and privilege to be the class supervisor for the October class of 2015. I'd like to take a moment to introduce them to you now. Diane Heffley and Randall from Rochester, New York. Danny Lathy and Persia from Geneva, New York. Ann Petrus and Mint from Novi, Michigan. Catherine Israel and Molly from Daleville, Alabama. Kathy Lyons and Blossom from Buffalo, New York. Mo Youssef and Carbon from Arlington, Virginia. Myrna Voda and Adriana from Brooklyn, New York. Dietrich Sadea and Cole from Denver, Colorado. Angelo Lanier and Olga from Little Rock, Arkansas. And Amy Scott and Harmon from Austin, Texas. Good. At this time, I'd also like to put a special thought out to graduate Kim Ring, who trained with Hayes this month. Unfortunately, Kim had an accident and was hospitalized this morning, so she's not able to be with us today, but I know she's with us in spirit. I'd also like to take a moment to acknowledge 3 graduates who are not here with us, but were serviced through our home training program this month. George Bircher and Pamela from Joppa, Alabama, trained by Megan Crowley, a home training instructor. Kelly Fair and Jeff from Edmonton, Alberta, our neighbors to the north, trained by Mike Garing, field representative. And Mary Jean Bruno and Regina from Raleigh, North Carolina, trained by Dave Hagman, field representative. The home training program is designed to service individuals who can't come to us for various reasons, work constraints, young children at home, but they still need a guide dog, so all of their training takes place in the person's home environment. This month, we also have a special needs student in class. Diane has been training with special needs instructor Susan Croha. The special needs program works with individuals who have additional challenges on top of being visually impaired. At this time, I'd like to turn the program over to our president and CEO, Tom Panic.
Good job. Here we go. Sit. I know I have one in there. There we go. Good job. Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Guiding Eyes for the Blind. It's a beautiful fall day, and hopefully you've pulled your sweaters out of the closet like me. I hear it's going to be chilly this evening as well, and hopefully you've gotten a tissue that's been passed around, because oftentimes these are graduations that provide us with tears of happiness. I was explaining that sneezes work too to my two little boys in the front there, but it was the tears of happiness that really made them worthwhile. So if you're at home watching on YouTube, get your tissues ready. Graduating class, I wanted to congratulate all of you. I'm so proud that you've made it to this day. I know it's been a lot of hard work and a lot of effort, and the effort is only possible through the very, very dedicated work that our trainers do along with our staff. You know, we have 150 staff members that come together that make this day possible, and I can't possibly thank every single one of them. Although one of these graduations, I'm going to pull out the list and read them all, and you'll be here for quite some time because there's so many people to thank on the staff that pulled this together. I would like to start by having a very warm round of applause from both our students, our raisers in the audience, and our graduates now, obviously, for Jesse for leading this class forward. He thinks I'm done already. Not quite there, Gus. Gus just stood up. I'd also like to thank the people that make this possible, that are our donors. And people often ask me about the donations that come to Guiding Eyes and the incredible gift that people give when they open their wallet to support us. And this week I had someone ask, I can only give $40. Is it worth giving? And do you know that our average donation is under $40 to make this possible? So everybody comes together from all over the country to mail in their donations, to give on the website, as well as in many other ways in terms of volunteering. And that's what makes this possible. And occasionally we do have some people that are very gracious in giving us a larger gift to sponsor graduation. And we do have two sponsors of graduation today. So I would like to start by recognizing a family that raised one of our dogs, and that's Jessica and Timothy Carey and the family, and they raised Adriana. Are you here today? Congratulations. Thank you, Jessica and Timothy, and this is their 5th dog. Another round of applause for them. Another graduation sponsor, also a raiser of a dog here today, and this is the first time I've ever had 2 raiser-sponsored graduations, so thank you very much. It is Carol Parrish, and Carol is here with Marty Zeldin, and they raised Harmon. A warm round of applause. And Harmon is going to Amy Scott. And we'll be hearing from Amy later on, which is wonderful. I did ask both of our graduate speakers, Diane and Amy, if they got nervous, and they said no, so we're looking forward to hearing from them. I hope that's still true right now. I will say that, when I spoke with Timothy and Adriana going to Myrna, Myrna has had, how many dogs, Myrna, from us over the years? How many? 5 dogs over the years. Can you believe it? A warm round of applause for that success. That's amazing. And Myrna has the Apple Watch and still teaches about technology. And the reason I mention this is because, I think it's going to be many, many, many years before we have the Apple dog. So in the meantime, one thing I want to point out is that individuals with visual impairment like myself, we do oftentimes use technology to help us through our lives in many different ways. And from my perspective, having a Guiding Eyes dog at our side is incredibly assistive as a tool, both as a companion in life, someone to love, and a partner to keep us company. And during this class, I had an opportunity to travel with my dog, and I always like to tell a very short story about how my Guiding Eyes dog makes a difference. And in graduates, I know that for a few of you, this is your very first dog, and looking forward to hearing about your adventures over time. And this past week, I had a chance to visit with the other CEOs of other guide dog schools around the country. And I will say this, and I know it's on YouTube, but I simply feel that we are the best. And it's an incredible mission, and we all decided to meet in Las Vegas, which is a place of incredible distraction, as you can imagine. And this is a testament to the puppy raisers, because Gus, and we went with a couple of other employees that are in charge of our puppy program, Linda D'Amato and Gerald Brenningmeyer and Carrie Lemariz. And we had to walk from the Palazzo to the Bellagio, and it's about a mile. And if anybody has done 1 mile on the Vegas Strip, that's equivalent to 10 miles in Manhattan. And it's incredibly complicated with lots of distractions. And Gus just ferried right through, no distractions, no stopping, kept the money in my wallet, by the way, until we got to our hotel room. So there's another benefit to having a guide dog if you're ever traveling. Thank you very much, Gus, for that excellent work. And so I would like to just pause for a moment and say to you graduates, congratulations. I know it's been a tough class. It always is. Takes a lot of training. But it's been a wonderful experience to have you here at Guiding Eyes for the Blind. Thank you for choosing us for the first time. For those of you returning for your 5th dog or less, we welcome you back. And as you know, we're going to be here for you as you graduate forward beyond this day. And with that, I would like to introduce our Director of Training, Vice President of Training Programs, Kathy Zubricki.
Thank you, Tom, and welcome everyone to this very happy occasion. And for me, it's an absolute joy to be able to share this day with you and to at least have the opportunity to thank many of the people who made this day possible. As Tom mentioned, it takes many, many people. So first, I would like to ask all our puppy raisers to please stand up so we can acknowledge you. The best of the best. You are truly extraordinary people, and by opening your hearts and your homes to a Guiding Eyes puppy for somebody you had yet to meet but you knew needed you, that's just an extraordinary gift, and we are so very grateful to each and every one of you. And I would like to take a moment to thank Kat, Kate, Susan, Jolene, and Jesse for doing such a tremendous job. Yay. I'm going to ask you guys, and Morgan as well, to please stand up. And Morgan, thank you for everything you've done. The class wouldn't have run nearly as smoothly without you, Morgan, so thank you very much. And now to our graduates, congratulations on this wonderful achievement. We know that making a decision to come and work with a guide and learn how to work with a guide dog takes a tremendous act of courage. And then once you're here, it takes determination, persistence, perseverance, and a wide open heart. So on behalf of the entire Guiding Eyes staff, congratulations to all of you. And as you prepare to return home, to turn the page on the next chapter of your life with your new guide dog, remember that we will always be here to share and delight in your successes and to help you in any way possible, for you are now part of our ever-growing Guiding Eyes family. So congratulations to all of you. And to everyone who shares in this great work with us, whether it's through your time or your financial support or by sharing our stories with others, thank you from the bottom of our very grateful hearts, because we simply couldn't do it without you. And again, I hope you enjoy the rest of the day, and thank you all for taking the time to share your day with us.
Okay, it is my pleasure to introduce you our first graduate speaker, Amy Scott. Just going to lower the mics just a little bit.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for coming. As a human, we all have to make life-changing decisions in our life, whether we want to or not. Some of our life-changing decisions are based on Some of our life-changing decisions are based on financial situations, employment, education, illnesses, and disability, if that does apply to you. I made a few very big life-changing decisions, one being attending the University of Texas at Austin. Without that decision, I would have not have received a bachelor's in science in education. Because I made that decision, I am able to be a teacher for individuals with special needs, as well as working with the blind and visually impaired. Another life-changing decision I made was marrying my husband, William Scott. If it was not for my husband, I probably would not be who I am today. He has made me stronger, more wise, and also helped me grow up. My best friend in Dallas often asked me why I did not have a guide dog. And at that particular time, I told her, I don't really need one. I don't think I need one. Someone else could benefit more from a guide dog, and I didn't want to take that away from somebody else. But that all changed due to an incident that occurred about a year ago. My husband and I went to New York City for a little vacation, and we were walking through Central Park. I mentioned that I had to go to the bathroom, and I will quote from what my husband said. "Gee, what a surprise. You have to go to the bathroom. You like to mark your territory just like a dog." God, I love that man. So I went started heading down into the women's bathroom and was really pleased to know that I was going down a ramp. Using my white cane, I decided, okay, it's a ramp, so I am going to trail the wall. Well, unfortunately, the white cane did not predict that there were some stairs. Next thing I noticed, I was sliding down the stairs on the heels of my feet. Luckily, I was able to catch my balance. Otherwise, I would have landed flat on my face, but instead, I landed on my behind. I heard and got up and ran into a bathroom stall and just bawled my eyes out very quietly. Once I was done bawling my eyes out, I decided to go back out. As I walked up the steps and out of the restroom, I remember the tears came rolling down my face again, and I told my husband, it's time to go to something bigger and better than a white cane, and that was a dog. If it was not for my family and friends and my husband, I would not be here today. With the amount of support that everyone has given me, gave me the courage to step up to the plate and apply to Guiding Eyes for the Blind. I've already seen changes with this life change experience. I am no longer ashamed to be visually impaired. I walk independently and will not have to depend on a human because I have Harmon. I walk with pride down the street. I was so proud of myself and Harmon in Manhattan. I feel that we really rocked the city, and in that case, I can rock any city in this entire world with Harmon. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. So on behalf of the October graduating class, we would all like to thank each and every one of you for the hard work and dedication that you all have done with the dogs that we have here today and future dogs for those potential future students. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Amy. It is now my pleasure to introduce you to our second graduate speaker, Diane Heffley.
Hello. Hello to everyone. I would like to, first of all, I want to thank my former orientation and mobility instructor who sent me here and recommended Guiding Eyes for the Blind so I could come and get a dog. I have a problem with my balance. And I also have used a cane in the past, and I used it well, but it's still, my balance was not that good. I would lose my balance and I would wander from side to side, couldn't stay in a straight line. So that was until I've met my dog Randall here. He is amazing. He is not just a guide dog. He's like a magician dog. I can now walk in a straight line. We just go forward. I don't wander back and forth. And I'm really impressed with myself, what I can do with them. So I wanted to thank, especially I wanted to thank Susan, who has had so much patience with me. She has supported me, and I'm proud to have her as an instructor. And I want to say thank you again. Thank you, Susan. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Diane. All right. The next part of this program is dedicated to a very important group of wonderful people, our puppy raisers. It's my pleasure to introduce to you Maria Lazaro, Breeding Kennel Manager.
Thank you, everyone. As I look at all these beautiful dogs lying up here, I can honestly say I knew you all when you were just a gleam in your daddy's eye. And now you're all grown up doing what you're meant to do. We are filled with so much pride and love for them. So on behalf of the Canine Development Center, I'd like to extend a heartfelt and sincere congratulations to the graduating class of March 2015 and their beautiful guiding eyes. It is truly an honor and a privilege to share this day with you. The journey of a Guiding Eyes puppy is a long one, and it doesn't happen without dedicated staff, generous donors, and our team of over 1,500 volunteers. They include home socializers, early socializers, home litter care, fosters, puppy sitters, region coordinators, kennel and administrative volunteers in Yorktown and Patterson, ambassadors and drivers, tour leaders and ambassadors, and they say it takes a village to raise a child. And finally, I want to say a very special thank you to our puppy raisers. These people take these beautiful little puppies at 8.5 weeks old into their homes. You love them, you care for them, you train them, and then you give the ultimate gift. You give them up. So on behalf, again, we'd like to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all you do. While it's the hardest job at Guiding Eyes, it's also the most rewarding, so thank you. And I also like to give a special thank you to a special group of people at the Canine Development Center. It's the Whelping Kennel, the Breeding Kennel, and the Home Socialization Program, who work really hard to give these puppies the best possible start we can. And so they prepare them for their journey with their razor. So a special thank you to all you guys out there. It's hard for them to come to graduation, obviously. And now I'd like to present the puppy raisers with their certificates and photos. Please have one member of your family come up when I call your name. First, we have the Carey family from Orange County, raisers of Guiding Eyes, Adriana. Congratulations. Blossom has 3 raisers. The Hollis family from Northern Connecticut. They couldn't be with us today. Betty Goldfarb, Northern Connecticut region. Amy Couture, Central Connecticut region, raisers of Guiding Eyes, Blossom. Kate Malley, Erie, New York, raisers of dual career Carbon, Guiding Eyes, and Stud. Irene and Maria Cucurullo, North Carolina, raisers of Guiding Eyes, Cole. They couldn't be with us today. Carol Parrish, Marty Zeldin, raisers from Richmond, Virginia, raisers of Guiding Eyes, Harmon. Congratulations. The Sillick family from Prince William, raisers of Guiding Eyes, Mint. They couldn't be with us today. Ellen and Bob Higgins, Delmarva, raisers of Guiding Eyes, Molly. Erica Lillo, Leather Stocking region, raisers of Guiding Eyes, Olga. The Anthony Capelli family, Northern Connecticut, raisers of Guiding Eyes, Persia. Mary Hummer, Cleveland East. Elizabeth Kapinski, Cleveland West, raisers of Guiding Eyes, Randall. And now the home training. We have the Schmidt family, Cleveland West, raisers of Guiding Eyes, Jeff. Venezia Salguero, Leather Stocking, New York, raisers of Guiding Eyes, Pamela. Morgan Vale, Leather Stocking, raisers of Guiding Eyes, Pamela. Gail and Doug Rash, Erie, and Tim and Chris Weiss, Cleveland West, raisers of Guiding Eyes, Regina. They couldn't be with us today. And now they say from small beginnings come great things, so I'd like to introduce to you the luscious little chocolatey Euro and his sister Everly. We have not had chocolates born at the kennel since 2007. And we had 3 chocolate puppies in this litter. So please spread the word if you have family or friends that would like to join our family. We'd love to have you volunteer. The puppies will be at the groom room at the end of graduation for autographs, so feel free to go down and see them and meet them. They love to meet people. So thank you, guys. And now in closing, I'd like to share a quote with you that I always read at graduation. It's one of my favorites. He is your friend, your partner, your defender, your dog. You are his life, his love, his leader. He will be yours faithful and true to the last beat of his heart. You owe it to him to be worthy of such devotion. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Okay. Puppies are a hard act to follow, but I'll try and do my best. So before we move on to passing out the graduation certificates, I'd just like to do a couple thank yous. I'd like to take a moment to thank the amazing group of instructors I've had the privilege of working with this month. I don't know why I'm getting teary-eyed, but they're just fabulous. It's my first class supervising, and they have been wonderful. Their days began before 6 a.m. and ended well into the evening most nights. They've lived here for the last 3 weeks, and after a full day of instructing, you could find them doing extra work with the students and helping them to make better turns, learn how to build a good relationship with their dogs. Their efforts were tireless, and their dedication is inspiring. So thank you. You guys are rock stars. I won't make you stand up again. I also want to do a special thank you to Jolene Hollister, who trained with Dietrich Sadea in class this month. Yeah. And last but certainly not least, our class IA Morgan. The class instructor's assistant really supports the class instructors in so many ways. And Morgan's efficiency and organization was amazing. I would get ready to tell her to do something, and she'd be like, done. I was like, oh, you're fantastic. So Morgan, thank you so much. Morgan is also going to be conducting the kennel tour later this afternoon, so remember her face. She'll be making announcements as well. All right, and now for these wonderful people sitting up here in front of you, our class. You guys traveled from all over the country. You left your families behind, you left your jobs, your commitments to come and train for 3 weeks to get a guide dog. Speaking of waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning, you also woke up at 6 a.m., made your way down to this room before breakfast to do obedience, sometimes in your pajamas. You trained all day, you listened to lectures, you asked many, many, many questions. They're an inquisitive group. And you never said no when we asked you to put in the extra time in the evenings to do Juno work. Your dedication, your hard work, and your commitment to getting a guide dog has really been humbling. You arrived here 3 weeks ago as individuals, and tomorrow you're leaving here as amazing, amazing teams. So thank you all very, very much, and a very, very heartfelt congratulations from my heart to yours. You guys are best. Okay, moving on to certificates. I'm going to start with Diane Heffley and Randall. Danny Lathy and Persia. Ann Petrus and Mint. Kathy Israel and Molly. Kathy Lyons and Blossom. Mo Youssef and Carbon. Myrna Voda and Adriana. Dietrich Sadea and Cole. Angelo Lanier and Olga. Olga's excited. She's like, I did it, I graduated. And Amy, Scott, and Harmon. All right, I'm going to turn the program over to Kathy Zubricki for some announcements and closing remarks.
I just have a few announcements as we come to the close of this program. As I think was mentioned earlier, the puppies are down in the grooming salon waiting to see everyone, so feel free to go in if you need your puppy fix. There will be refreshments in the dining room after graduation, so as you exit this room and go down the main hallway and then make a right turn at the end of the hallway up the stairs to the dining room. There'll be cake and cookies and all sorts of wonderful things up there for everyone to delight you. And as was mentioned earlier, pictures will be taken if you'd like, and those pictures are taken in main reception off the dining room. So there will be a kennel tour, and I'm going to ask Morgan to stand up one more time. Morgan will be leading the kennel tour at about 30 minutes after graduation, and there'll be a lot of announcements, so you will not miss the kennel tour. But Morgan, I'm just going to ask you, where will you have people gather? Okay, so in the main lobby area, and so she'll be happy to take you all on the kennel tour. And feel free to pet any dog you'd like to in there. Just remember, they are retrievers, so if you do put your hands in the bars, they may say, "Oh, something to retrieve." So just be mindful of that. But and they think that you've all come to see just them, so do feel free. They'll be very happy and excited to see you. And before as we close, I'm going to ask for just a moment so the graduates have a moment to take the harnesses off their dogs so that then we can let the control chaos begin. So if you would just give them a moment to take the harnesses off, and then please come up and meet the graduates. Thank you very much.